Welcome to the Austin LGBT Chamber of Commerce podcast. We're going to talk local business news around the city. We're going to talk a little bit about the Austin city limits economic impact, recent Indeed layoffs, and the I35 expansion. Stay tuned. But first, as always, let's welcome my comrades in arms at the Austin LGBT Chamber, Colton and Amy. How are y'all?
Doing well. Sorry, I was trying to play the guitar. That little noise. Did you hear?
Oh. Who are you? I'm good. But who are you?
Oh, I'm Tina Cannon.
Oh, that.
I do always forget to introduce myself.
Yeah, well.
I know who I am. I'm 52 years old. If I don't have it figured out by now, boy, howdy.
Thank God. Thank God.
I just came back today from the Austin FC announcement. Of course, it'll be announced by the time this airs, but they are getting the All-Star game here next year. It'll be next July. So it was a big announcement. Lamurga was out there doing their beating on the drums and chanting. And yeah, it'll be a week long of like events, music, and festival-y kind of atmosphere. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
If you have the app, you're in the know.
Ah, you are in the know.
Yeah, because the notification came out.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's good for the city.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be good for the city for sure.
Listos.
Yeah, Colton.
What's going on in y'all's world? Anything exciting? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm going on
Yeah?
vacation, sort of, weekend vacation.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, starts on a Saturday, ends on a Monday, but I mean,
that's
it's not extended, but
yeah,
it's not a huge haul. I'm just going to Port A.
It's just a mental disconnect.
Change of sound and scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Port A. What's like 4-hour drive? 3-hour drive?
Yeah, like 3.5. Well, from where I live, yeah.
Oh yeah.
3 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours, something like that.
I've gone once. I think I'm good.
Yeah, we've got a whole like TikTok reel thing planned.
What?
It's a girls' trip, right?
Okay.
How many girls are too many girls on a girls' trip?
3.
I think there are 16 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a mistake. Let's see how many you come back with.
We always get along. It's just going to be in a different location.
Like y'all rent a house.
Well, we split it up into 2 houses. So we have like the big house, the big like meal house and games house. And then I've got another one that's down on the beach. So,
Oh, cute.
Well, during the day, we'll have like private air-conditioned bathroom
Oh,
and a place to like make lunch.
guess
So,
that is pretty important.
we're adults now. We're
We're not cats. We don't shit in a box.
so this is going to be a comfortable.
The beach is a good litter box.
It is.
I'm sure there will be many an incriminating video over the weekend, but we are so looking forward to it. Yes.
That's good. And no special occasion, just get out before it gets crazy hot.
Just get the hell out. Let's
Like
just
it.
go do it somewhere else.
I like it. Mm-hmm. What do you got? Anything? Nothing this weekend? I'm trying to live vicariously
I think I'm going
through
to
you.
sleep. I saw Nicki Minaj on Sunday, so
Oh, yeah, you're good.
she ended the show at 1 a.m.
Oh, my word.
Still trying to catch up.
At Moody? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure the people working extra jobs love that.
Yeah.
Well, they closed the bars before 12, so there's that.
Yeah, it's no good.
Boo.
I'm going to check out Austin FC this weekend. Hopefully they'll win. They're playing Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't understand that
Sporting
name.
KC.
Sporting.
Let's ask them when they get here.
Hey,
Because-
losers.
'cause you know
why
where
you
my
called
seat-
Sporting?
Yeah, you know where my seats are, where they just tear up the turf when they're warming up.
Oh, that's true. That's where Fagundes was waving at everybody last time.
Yeah. So I'm just keep asking and get in their head.
That is a fun spot to sit.
Yeah. Well,
Lots of stretching happening.
I'm like, move out of the way.
And then that tiny little boy that like faked out the other team trying to give him a high five.
Oh, he did. This little kid ran down to the railing and like put his hand up, like, give me a high five, give me a high five. So the guy walked all the way over. And the minute he got there, the kid was like, psych, and ran back up the stairs. I was like, yeah, go, little man.
Way to go. That's awesome. I'm loving that.
yeah.
Well, let's take a little look at the news that's happening in our area. So ACL Festival just put out their recent economic impact study stating that 8.1 was donated to parks and improvements, and nearly $500 million in total economic impact was had for the area. This release was done this last week. The festival's $500 million in financial activity represented about a 12% increase over the impact of last year's festival, equating to 3,700 plus jobs in the local economy. And of course, they donate money to the Austin Parks Foundation, as well as other smaller pocket parks, if you will, in different council districts. And then they do their part to make sure that they're cleaning up the park when the festival is over. And some big headliners, of course, Dua Lipa, Blink-182, Chris Stapleton, Tyler, the Creator. So seems to be a good partner of Austin. What do y'all think?
I love it. And it's the most attended event, like the highest attendance event in Austin, I think.
Well, I mean, I guess over the 2 weekends, probably.
Yeah.
Really? More than South by?
I don't know, there's like 150,000 people in the park on a weekend.
Holy. Oh, I was not that way in the 90s.
No.
Sorry. Like I have no concept because I just haven't been in so long, but I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, $500 million impact for the month of October for Austin's great, especially in, years that economics is a little tough, especially for some of our smaller businesses. I know I sit out and watch the people go by, and we sit at the little bars and restaurants that are along Barton Springs, and that's some solid people watching. It's just a sea of human beings. Close off the street, you got pedicabs, you got all walks of life, all styles of clothing, and some barely any clothing.
Yeah.
Well, if you see me stumbling down the street, make sure you say hello.
No, I will ignore it. I'm like, I don't see him. There's some funding issues coming up with I-35 at the Capital Area Metropolitan Organization, also known as CAMPO. An attempt to freeze funds for I-35 expansion through Central Austin until the project's impact on air quality could be more fully assessed was easily defeated Monday in a vote by CAMPO's planning board. This board, there was a bit of a political clash between city council members and other elected officials that were on that CAMPO board. Some of the council members were a bit anxious about the environmental impacts, and they faced off against some elected officials kind of in the more rural areas of Bastrop, Burnett, and Caldwell. A lot of them wanted to make funding for the I-35 contingent upon completion of 2 air quality studies. But some of the folks from CAMPO felt that TxDOT had really already done their part. The board, of course, then voted to allocate the $4 billion that the state government was going to give to the I-35 project. It got a little heated. But what do we think about the I-35 expansion and the state giving us money finally? Not to mention federal dollars.
I would love anything that made I-35 move a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like just movement, period. Like not even just the cars, but we've been looking at orange pylons I've lived in the area for 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's the same pylons.
It's the same.
Like they're dusty. No one has moved them. No one's worked on them. Like we've been talking about this for years that it was going to happen. So let's just like rip off the Band-Aid. Let's move forward.
Yeah, we can tend as a community to get a little analysis paralysis where we overstudy things. I know we overstudied the back then it was called Lone Star Rail.
Like having meetings about meetings.
We spent $25 million on study after study to tell us that Lone Star Rail was feasible, only to never get people to finally vote for it. And then, of course, that money went into the wind, and then we lost Lone Star Rail 25 years ago when we should have had it on the ground. And now we don't have access to that land. So the fact that the state government is finally giving Austin, after a long, long period of like sticking their fingers in their ears, whenever we would ask for help on I-35, that they're giving now our taxpayer dollars to come back into our region to move cars through here, to move traffic through here. And then the city has to pony up for the cap and stitch, the part that goes on the top. which would be more park-like settings, east-west connectivity, right? Events out there. You can't put buildings. We just can't engineer for that. But it'll really finally completely connect and reconnect East Austin to Central Austin in a more meaningful way. And we can continue to say it to death, but I can't imagine that having thousands of cars sitting on I-35 with their exhaust going is a better option than anything else on the table.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm all about the environment and all, but I feel like we're not doing it justice right now. I don't know.
Definitely not.
I don't know. I guess if it's a matter of just securing the funding, like I've mentioned in the past, I grew up on I-45 in Houston. So, but once you have that funding and they start the project, it moves along.
It does.
Like it what's been happening in South Austin, like where we used to live, my God, it's like it doesn't even really look like a highway. It's like an afterthought. Like maybe it's a highway. We're not really sure what we're doing here. This is where Buda meets Austin, and maybe we can just forget about it. The way that Austin's expanding, Buda is
Austin.
Is Austin.
Yeah.
And Kyle's damn near Austin now too. So come on.
Because it used to be dirt when I went to.
It's still
back
dirt.
in the day when I went to school.
It's dirt. That's what I'm
it
getting
was dirt.
after. Is like the lines where they've like taken up some of the what is it? It's like a xylene paint line. Don't
What?
Yeah. Anyway, but. Like you can
the stripes,
like the stripes. You can see where they're like, well, let's move them, and then we're gonna move them back, and it's like you don't even really know. It's like a go-kart track.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It's like a video games I grew up with, where the car stayed still on the TV screen, and you move the lines. Yeah,
Do you
I'm a little old.
know what that is?
Yeah, it's called Knight Rider. Look it up.
No.
Yep.
I played Frogger though.
I love that. That was a good time.
But yes, we cannot let the perfect beat get in the way of getting folks moving. I mean, we could study this to death, but we need the money.
Yeah, that and a train.
100% on the train. Feel you there. Our friends at Indeed announced that they are laying off 8% of their workforce. You can learn more at the ABJ on that. Job search and data company Indeed plans to lay off about 1,000 employees. Equates to about 8% of their global workforce. The CEO said the cuts will be mostly concentrated in the U.S., particularly amongst the company's R&D and go-to-market units. Seems kind of pretty important units, but the news comes a little over a year after Indeed, which of course is based here in Austin and in Connecticut, just laid off 2,200 employees, saying that the market has cooled. I mean, we hate to see anybody lose a job, but I also hate to lose a punchline, but I'm pretty sure I know where they can go look for a job.
Wow.
I know, it's rough. It's rough out there.
It would be so awkward. I would be so mad.
Right? You're like,
I bet they don't use it.
I bet they don't use it because they're probably like, this never works. That's why it's not.
LinkedIn apply, easy apply, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, it sucks. Do we know like the split between Austin and
No, they haven't announced the
Connecticut.
Austin side of it, and I don't know that we do heavy R&D here. I mean, it's R&D and go-to-market. Like, those are some pretty key. As long as they don't do it like Tesla, we're like, all of y'all are fired, and then next week, oh no, except you and you and you. Could you please come back? Did you see that in the headlines today?
No.
Yeah, so Tesla laid off a bunch of people in the last couple of weeks.
And then said, oops.
And then this week, he's like, yeah, sorry, we didn't mean to lay off the engineers for the battery charging thing. Can y'all come on back?
I think there's a Motown song about that. Is it related to like the I mean I don't know. It shouldn't be, but with the amount of tech layoffs going on,
I think everybody's kind of sharpening their pencils. Interest rates from the Fed announced again this week that they were just going to chill, basically, and not raise rates. So a lot of companies are now making decisions now that there's some certainty, at least for the next year. The Fed's not going to release or make any major changes to interest rates for a while. So before, companies were kind of like holding strong, like every quarter they were getting teased. Oh, interest rates are coming down. Oh, they're coming down. Well, now the Fed's pretty much said, no, we're not going to make an adjustment. So now businesses are making business decisions based on longer term data.
right?
I hate to see anybody lose their job. But at the same time, Austin is a 3.5% unemployment rate. Folks will find another job. We always hover below national average. We have a really talented employee pool here. At the same time that cuts are announced, new companies are also looking. So best of luck to our friends at Indeed if you are impacted by the loss today. But if you're wanting to learn more, you can read at the ABJ. If you want to learn more about the CAMPO vote, you can visit our friends at the austinmonitor.com. And same goes for the ACL story. They have the full economic impact on their website. If you go to the austinmonitor.com. Let's take a moment and hear from one of our sponsors. Calling all pickleball players ready to take your game to the next level with gear crafted right here in Austin? Introducing Pick Sports Gear. Our equipment is expertly designed and passionately made in the heart of this city known for sports, culture, and innovation. From our top-tier paddles to premium accessories, Pix has you covered for everything you need to dominate the court in style. And for our listeners today, don't forget to use promo code PODCAST10 to enjoy a 10% discount on your entire order. Gear up with Pick Sports Gear today and be prepared for our upcoming clothing line launching later this summer. Show off your Austin-made excellence on the pickleball court. Now go ahead and go play some picks. For more details, visit www.pixsportsgear.com. That's PIXSPORTSGEAR.com. pixsportsgear.com. Colton, what do we got in the local Austin news for the chamber?
Join us.
Oh wait, I should probably unmute you so you can actually talk.
I was whispering, sorry. Join us on May 23rd at the Iron Bear for our monthly chamber happy hour.
Cool.
If you've never been to a happy hour before, there's no cost to attend. Just whatever drinks you want to purchase. That's on you. But come hang out with us.
Or corn dogs.
Yeah, foot-long corn dogs. Yum. Yeah, that's on you too. And then on May 30th, you can come hang out with us at the LBJ Library for their Y'all Means All event. Come hang out with us. We'll have a little table. Come get a big queer bag or tiny queer bag. If you don't already have one. I think we're out of the big ones.
Yeah. Tiny queer bag. There's some good groups going. Taylor Pride's coming all the way out.
Nice.
Quality Texas will be there. Yeah, all the good ones. You should know who they are, and if you don't, come to the LBJ meetup. So
yeah, and I'm excited. I've never been to the LBJ library.
Is it at the library or is it?
It's at the library.
Cool. It's a very great venue. Yeah.
Yeah. So
is that where the Oval Office is?
It is. Take yourself on a date and go tour the museum. It's a great experience. And I think it's at the very top floor, is a miniature scale replica of the Oval Office at the time that LBJ was president.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wait, miniature?
Well, it's scaled, but it's small. Yeah.
Okay. Like the desk is smaller?
No. Maybe. I guess.
Like
I
the
don't know.
Lonesome Dove exhibit at Texas State.
Yeah.
What is that?
What? You don't know?
No,
It's
I'm
part of the Whitliff.
Bobcat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alkek Library.
We never had museums when I went there.
it's a whole Lonesome Dove set. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
love some
Okay.
Lonesome Dove.
Okay. Yeah, LBJ is a cool place. It's a good museum.
Yeah, I think there, last I looked at the list and it was still growing, there was 25 vendors that are going to be there speaking to students, their families, and residents of Austin. They're going to come hang out and visit with us. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
What else you got?
We also have an exciting Pride Luncheon coming up on June 5th at the Headliners Club.
Yay.
Yes. Quiet. Register now to secure your seat. You can also purchase parking ahead of time at a very discounted rate through registration. Jackie and Deirdre with IGC will be speaking to us about how to intentionally engage in Pride year-round.
Yeah, queer all year.
Queer all year. And gearing up for elections and legislative session.
Yeah, tough conversations that you might experience in the office and in your personal life, and how to kind of speak to what will be up against with not only the being in an election year, but legislation is around the corner too.
Yeah, and they've already started with interim charges, which is basically kind of fact-finding committees that get set up before the legislative session, and two of those issues already that have been announced have to do with LGBT and DEI and,
Yeah,
just basic human equality.
those
course.
things. Those things. But if you missed our South by panel, this is an opportunity to see some of the same gals speak to some similar issues. Mm-hmm. And the South by panel was off a scale. It was so good. So come hang out with us.
Yeah. We also have some rainbow ribbon cuttings coming up. Keep checking the calendar. I'm sure there will be a lot more popping up in June, but some of the ones that are coming up, Sidekick Vintage and Sassy Threads, our friends at Out Wellness, and Austin Rise FC for the Pride Night.
Woo-hoo!
And
sports ball.
You can find dates, times on our calendar. Keep checking back. I promise there will be more added very soon.
There will be, and keep an eye out on our social medias for free tickets to the Austin Rise FC matches coming up. You'll be able to give you information about how to get tickets. I know they actually plan on doing a super secret giveaway of tickets to everybody who comes to our luncheon in June.
What?
Oh, that sounds
Does
incredible.
that extend to chamber staff?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm going to put my name in that hat.
Yeah, another reason to hurry up and sign up for the luncheon to get passes to go watch the ladies crush it with Austin Rise at a cool little Midtown venue over at House Park.
Yeah.
And then if you miss out on that and you have a little FOMO, no worries. We will have tickets here at the office and more information about how you can get those. But that's closed. No more chamber events. You can always find out more at the website. Thank you for joining us. If you want to become a member of the Austin LGBT Chamber or join us for some of our events, visit our website. If you want to become a guest or a sponsor, you can email us at info@austinlgbtchamber. Be sure to check out past episodes of the show. Follow us and check out new episodes every Friday at noon, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next time.